Hello and welcome to the Now Page update for May 2024. I just got back from a long trip. I just finished the actual blog post too, so this is really quick for me to get right into the video, which I like. And that's a good indication of what's coming up next. So I'm not even gonna do the intro again with these vlogs. I've been trying to just to be very off the cuff and not do too much editing on them because I want to get them out. Speaking of editing, one of the things that's coming up, which is kind of the prompts I use on these posts, is I'm delegating the editing to my longer form content. I have 3 channels. The main PolyInnovator channel, which is knowledge management for polymaths, meaning organizing your multidisciplinary life. Number 2, Poly Tools. So no longer the Poly and Content channel, it's the Poly Tools channel, matching the branding of my Poly Tools directory website. And so that way it can go hand in hand. And then creating reviews and short form videos on there talking about how to be a content creator in the modern era and doing interviews with other content creators. Then the 3rd channel, PolyInnovator Gaming. Now, right now, I'm still trying to finish the State of Decay videos that I'm doing, and that's kind of the major priority. I don't have any other inclination besides just getting those out because they're a year old now at this point and they need to get done. Gonna get those done, and then my future plans going forward. I guess I haven't really posted this anywhere, so I guess this is the first time I'm sharing it. But I want to switch focuses from the zombie game to Pokemon because, as a Pokemon fan all my life, I actually thought about making my own game. And earlier last year, in January, I spent the entire month trying to develop my own game, and I made a lot of progress, especially on the development side of things, creating the maps, designing what they might look like. I still needed to tile them out and that kind of thing. I was still deciding whether I wanted 2D or 2.5D or something like that. But actually designing the layout of all these maps and designing all the creatures and that kind of thing. So I was doing a lot when it came to developing the game as like a producer would. So I was trying to learn how to do the actual coding, but couldn't really figure that out as well. Godot has GD script. I digress. I was learning it. I used up a whole month of last year trying to work on this, and it's great, but I wasn't ready to post it out yet, and I needed to focus. I needed to switch back to like what my actual intention was for last year, and that was the 3 channels, essentially my 3 brands. Well, the swimming, the content creator, and the main brand. Gaming was actually kind of a low priority for me last year, and that's why I didn't get the long form videos out. Now, with the other 2 channels, I had only been doing interviews, and so they're missing all of their solo content, which is kind of the whole point of these channels is to teach people how to be a creator or teach people how to organize their lives. The interviews are great, but they're supposed to be secondary, and I've been focusing on them too hard. So I need to delegate the editing so I can focus on doing the solo videos. And that's what I'm really excited about. And going forward, I actually, on the gaming channel, I wanted to start making these Pokemon videos. I'm going to play all the Pokemon games, all the main ones at least that I cared about. And then I'm going to do a ROM hack, like a bunch of ROM hacks actually, not just a ROM hack, a dozen or 2 dozen ROM hacks. And then I'm going to do all the Pokemon clones, because at that point they should all be out or something like that. Like Lumentail is still in production, I think. So I wanted to have a series of like 60 games in this monster taming space and be known for that, and then build up a following based around that on the gaming channel. And I can always do Skyrim or Fallout later, and I am intending to do so because I want to play those modded games. But for now, I'm going to focus on this Pokemon channel and build it up as that because I think that's going to help me out a lot when it comes to marketing that monster taming game that I want to make. The creator channel is really interesting too because there's a lot of philosophy and mindset that I've developed as a creator in the modern era that are not necessarily aligned with some of the bigger names out there. They're still kind of stuck in the old ways of YouTube, which is surprising considering they're still growing, but they're not growing as fast as they should be when they can be producing a podcast, they can be producing more shorts, that kind of thing. There's a lot of strategies that for some reason it's not being talked about enough, and I wanted to be the one to talk about it. Plus, there's all these tools that come out and no one's talking about them either. And then interviewing really cool creators is just it's kind of for me, like talking shop with other creators. So the 3 channels, really want to get them back on to gear. I actually revamped all the logos for all the brands, my main one and the sub brands, and made them all kind of cohesive, the same style. And I'm really excited about that new branding opportunity too, because now each of the channels have a little bit more of a distinct identity, but they also look like they're part of the same ecosystem, which is really good. That was what I intended to do before, but for some reason didn't succeed. From there, I'm actually planning on making a lot more blog posts as well because there's still 30 to 60 posts that I want to get out to be kind of the foundation for my brand, and yet I still haven't gotten them out yet. I've been catching up quite a bit, but the thing is, I have not been doing the best that I could. So I'm excited about that. So So coming forward, what's gonna happen next? Those are all things I'm working on right now, but I wanted to start doing more interviews again for both channels, and I need to find a new recording tool after dropping Riverside. It's one of those things where they were one of the best when it came to the simplicity's sake, but it kept breaking on me, and again, the company dropped me as a partner without really telling me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move on. And so finding a new tool and really catch up to where I think I need to be, because I met so many content creators over the last 2 weeks. I went to the NAB show, which is a broadcasting conference, but they've been focusing a lot more on content creators since those two worlds are starting to merge quite a bit. And I met a lot of amazing creators that I wanted to now talk to. And then the second conference was literally a YouTuber conference. And I got to meet a lot of people who started way after me, but were way ahead of me. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. Good job. But it also made me think, like, I should be farther along. And it's no one's fault besides myself. I should have just been working harder. And I know that I tried. It's not for a lack of trying, but I could have tried harder. And so I was frustrated by the lack of growth. And in that kind of state, someone would say, focus on just one channel and grow it. But every ounce of my being is telling me to grow all three. And it's not like, I don't have the time to make 3 channels. And so I just need to do once a week. I don't even need to do daily content. In fact, I will be doing daily content now due to shorts at the very least, because I should still have 1 or 200 gaming clips I can post out. And I have new interviews coming out for the creator channel that can then give me shorts to post out. And then my main channel has almost 1,000 shorts still to post out, anyways. So I'm good on that. All I need to worry about is the medium and the long form. And so I'm really excited about being able to finally hire an editor to get that stuff done. Beyond that in life, I don't think there's really much else. I'm still looking at the future of my career. What am I going to do if I continue with Opus Clip or decide not to continue with Opus Clip? That's something that's going on in mind. I think that's no matter what, I love working with them. So I like the company is actually great to work for too. So that's really nice. And I want to move to Austin at some point this year, so I need to have some sort of job. So I need to figure that out. But that's just something that's on my mind at the moment, because it's really interesting to think about the dynamic of all the jobs I've had have been part time, and going full time would be a different change. And so how I do my content at the same time as a full time job, that kind of thing, especially for 3 channels and all the blogs. So other than that, really nothing else really going on. But I'm excited because I'm increasing my output like threefold. And on my calendar, for example, I've started scheduling out 12 blog posts a week rather than just like 8. And I think that that difference is going to catch me up. I don't have to keep that up going. I can just do one a day down the line. But now I really need to get to the point where I feel satisfied with the blog posts that I've posted out. And I think that's a key thing to do. All right. Thank you. Peace.